How to stop binge eating once and for all. Now, I'm someone who used to binge eat. This is what I used to look like before, and this is how I look like right now. Now, let's jump into the actual reason. Yeah, we're jumping straight up. Let's jump into the actual reason why you binge eat. There are a couple of reasons: anxiety, stress, childhood trauma, insecurity, don't know what to do. For me, it was a mix of all of these. I don't think childhood trauma is a part of this, but anxiety, stress, and don't know what to do was a big part of this. Because I didn't know what to do, I had anxiety, and because I had anxiety, I had stress, and because I had stress, I had this binge eating thing, and it was a feedback loop from hell. It was like a cycle: anxiety, stress, binge eat, anxiety, stress, binge eat, don't know what to do, binge eat, binge eat, binge eat. It was a full cycle. Now, to stop binge eating, we have to look at the main problem, which is actually your mental health. Now, most of you would have clicked off, oh shit, 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 he's talking about mental health, who gives a fuck, there's a gay shit, mental health, who gives a fuck. Man, come on, man. Like, mental health is the reason why you're binge eating in the first place. Here's the real truth about binge eating: it's actually your lifestyle. Let's take a look at your lifestyle. Now, again, another rest of people would have clicked off, oh, he's talking about lifestyle. He's gonna point the bad parts about me. Let me predict your morning routine. If I predict your morning routine, bro, you're cooked. Okay? You wake up, you don't even know what time you wake up. You wake up, you scroll on your phone for a couple of minutes or maybe hours, and you turn left and right, left and right. You stay in your bed, you keep scrolling, and then after a while you wake up. You maybe brush. You don't know, you don't even want to brush, and you maybe brush. And then you don't even know where the rest of your days goes. Your days are just floating. You're just the leaf in the wind. You're just floating like that. And then even when you're eating, you put on YouTube or something. Even while watching this video, you're probably eating something. You're mindlessly eating. That's another one big problem for binge eating. It's like mindlessly eating. Like, to change your diet, you have to change your lifestyle. I'm telling you something. There is no successful person in this world who has completely removed a problem from his life, such as binge eating or an addiction. He never changed the binge eating behavior or the addiction behavior. Instead, what he did was he changed his lifestyle. He changed his morning routine. He changed how his day looks like so that he do not need the addictions. Right now, you're probably sitting in your room too much. You're not even drinking enough water. You're not sleeping properly. You're scrolling too much. That's why you binge eat. It's your lifestyle. And let's say if your lifestyle is perfect, like you wake up, you know what time you wake up, you have a good morning routine, such as meditating, gratitude journaling, you go for a walk or something, you don't jump straight into your phone scrolling on some bullshit. And then, if you still struggle with binge eating, then let's talk about it. Okay? Here's the thing: the 90-10 rule saved my life. 90-10 rule. It's that I do intermittent fasting and I get in 15,000, 10,000 steps every single day. Give me a second, let me close the window. Yeah, so that's what mainly I do for fat loss. I do intermittent fasting. I get in a lot of steps during the day. But what where I struggled was, these things like intermittent fasting and walking do not really get you in a calorie deficit. What gets you in a calorie deficit is actually tracking your calories and being in a real calorie deficit. You get what I mean? Like, when I say about intermittent fasting and walking, people really think they can eat whatever bullshit they want and they will still lose fat. No, you have to eat clean. And the 90-10 rule saved my life. Like, I'll tell you, 90-10 rule. 90 stands for 90%. So 90% of my meals are whole foods, and the 10%, which is the dessert at the end of the night, is my 10%. I can eat whatever I want. Usually I end it with ice cream or some chocolate. And because I follow this 90-10 rule, where both of my meals, it's basically like sweet potatoes and eggs and fruit and something else. It's basically whole foods. and I also track my calories. So my two meals, it's 90% like clean, but the 10%, like the small bit where I can have 300 calories of chocolate or ice cream at the end of the night, it kept me sane. I'm telling you, I followed this for a good while, like I think 6 months or something. And nowadays I don't even get cravings. Dead ass, I'm being like for real. Like every now and then I have like a chocolate and it's like, yeah, okay, sure. And by the way, this is not some smooth sailing journey. This how to cure binge eating cycle. It's going through like a lot of ups and downs because one day you probably follow the 90-10 rule. Other day, let's say your friend invites you to do something and you eat a bunch of sugar and then you fall into depression again. Don't do that shit, okay? You're going to be all right. Just follow the 90-10 rule where most of your meals are whole foods and the 10%, like the tiny bit, it can be your favorite sugar and shit like that. But what this 90-10 rule did for me personally was that it kept my nervous system calm. Okay, like when I hopped into the binge eating cycle where I was eating like shoving food like a locust. I I hopped on a sugar cut, which is very common in India. Like everyone is like, oh, sugar cut, no soda, no cookies, no chocolate for a month. I'm gonna cut everything out. 3 days later, they're binge eating again, and I went through the same shit. Like when I would get like cravings, like when I had like chocolate cravings, I would think, oh, let's replace it with pineapple or some bullshit like that. Then I went ate pineapple. Then after I ate pineapple, I still wanted chocolate. You get what I mean? Like chocolate can only cure the chocolate craving. Pineapple cannot cure the chocolate craving. Then I thought to myself, okay, fuck this shit, bro. Let me fuck around and find out what works for me. Then I'll share it to the world. And guess what? It's working. Like I have countless testimonials on how my system is working, like effortlessly. Intermittent fasting, getting in steps, lifting 3 times a week, 90-10 rule, and you don't even have to think that much. Sure, you have to use discipline a little bit. You have to use willpower a little bit, but you don't even have to think that much, and you will almost automatically cure binge eating if you follow the 90-10 rule. 90% whole foods, 10% dessert, that's your wish. And trust me, bro, I have seen people who hop on this sugar cut thing, and bro, they have like crazy mood swings. I mean, my one friend of my friend's friend, he said that, bro, like his roommate, he did like a sugar cut, and this motherfucker had like mood swings and shit. Like, yeah, I don't know. He said that when he forgot to close the door or something, his roommate got like pissed off, like because he cut sugar or something like that. And by the way, this is like in my personal humble opinion, sugar is for women and children. If you want to feel like a child, have some sugar. Don't get offended on this. Genuinely, like if you want to feel like a child, eat some sugar. Me personally, whenever I want to feel like a child, I eat some sugar because I feel like a child. Like, sweetie, okay, to act like a child, you have to eat some sugar type shit. Okay, the people I've seen this personally. The people who cut out like sugar completely, they lose this boyish energy with them, like the charming childhood boy kind of energy. So the 10% really saves that. Like sugar is for women and children. Oh, come on, man. So that's that. Don't hop onto the sugar cut thing, bro. It's a bunch of bullshit. I told that guy to stop cutting out sugar completely and follow this 10% rule thing. Eat like a ice cream every day or eat like a little bit of chocolate every day. And he followed that. Guess what? He got leaner. He lost body fat like quick within 3 days, bro. Genuinely, I saw his jawline within 3 days. Like he had so much like water weight and bloating, probably from stress and anxiety as well. Within 3 days, he lost almost all the water weight. He did not have no stress, anxiety, some bullshit like that. And then within 3 days, like his jawline was out, and I was seeing like veins on his forearms and shit like that. And he was like, "Bro, like your system fucking works." Trust me, my system, it's so simple. It's like it's a couple of tick boxes which you can tick off every single day. And that's the system right there. You don't have to put much emotion into it. While following my system, you don't have to put any emotion. The guy who says, oh well, oh shit man, I binge ate today. I ate fucking 5 burgers. I'm gonna go run a 10 kilometer tomorrow. He fails. He probably will run the 10 kilometer tomorrow or the 5 kilometer tomorrow, and he will come back and he will binge eat again because he's fucking hungry after the run. Just going to binge eat again. Not knowing what to do is a disadvantage. When you know exactly what to do and when you have someone to guide you or like a program to follow, you automatically win. And by the way, as I said, the main factor is your lifestyle. Fix your lifestyle and you kind of fix the binge eating cycle. Be mindful, stop watching shit while you're eating. Look at the food and eat. Look, be aware of what you're eating. I've seen mindless motherfuckers put something on the screen and eat. Even in the theater, I don't eat popcorn while watching the movie. I don't eat popcorn while watching in the theater. I'm that obsessive. I'm a psycho, but yeah, sure. I don't eat while I'm watching something. For sure. That's like mindless eating. That's some brain dead retard behavior. Yeah. And that's all for this video. And the top link in the description is a free course completely for fat loss. It's completely free, no strings attached. And make sure you subscribe to this channel and never forget, become simply the all rounder. Goodbye.